general meaning amanfo nyina enim ne say a way of life no ebra then ne friends and culture
cultural studies.
Cultural studies.
So culture is the way of life.
It's a way of life.
The way people live. Or do their things. So
beyond that, I'm say you can't religion social encyclopedia more wama vivid and I say unique definitions be or say a humanity's relationship with what is considered holy, sacred, and worthy of reverence. Na sa concept we no a religion a idea kasafa the faith, they believe, the articles of faith, they believe. And address fundamental questions if we are saying any existence of universe, this world, and then human conditions, and it may address the now the woman in say you can't say the religion you can't in a boma na you per se you chere say nyamesom you can't nyamesom because religions na ye kan nyina na ye beka ho asem ni nyina no wo mo ka fa nyamesom ho enu nti ne se wo hwe encyclopedia mu de na wo kana wo no chere say a humanities relationship.
Okay.
So into untumi nka se wo sum nyame na wo ni enipa eni twaka nyame na ye som no enye nyame nka se ade ache nti kodomafu kotrame store no kosansuo breme anase breme sika ma me koto aduane na anase bibisa eje se ye som no but a humanities relationship ena ye nyame som no ena nipa ho beti obegya bone na waye papa sacred so them thing and also one of them and I say worthy of reverence. So ena say nipa bedi emraso.
Okay.
So all these things religion no definitions na you can't religion in fact edu baby na ye pese kire say some but the way religion no kra no amantem.
Okay.
So we share womo say Jew for say Buddhist for any other things no I know say titindi enim no culture amamre the way religion eba 1600 and I say 1700 between 1600 and 1700 and the religion the way religion eba we are see the Latin word na womode friend no religio.
Sure.
Intinya sa na we no mpo uba Jew for ne you am for bibia halaka.
Yeah.
Halaka no kire say o kire law. Iti obi odi mraso or some or your religion. So uba Islam na friend din.
Okay.
Din no and also uchirimuana the modern English in translating into say religion.
Okay.
But na and also a law, the laws of God. So will be a odi no ho ma nyame asem anase nyankopon emra no wono oye Muslim and then ono na sa Muslim na awesome no oye din la eno ne otu dia mpo nyankopon ne som.
Okay.
What is it? So religion no the way obiara si etiki no in terms of womo culture din dia to esom no so no and to omo based on their culture.
Okay.
And now omutumin ade som no but generally no say the modern word aba no religion no translate into say esom omo a womudi otudia mbo nyankopon emraso anaso omo edi mrato so the mrana ewomu no cover a nipa relationship cover humanity relationship cover the sacred cover or the worthy of reverence cover the existence of universe cover the human condition,
Okay.
cover the beliefs, the articles of belief. GDA nankasa no saa nneɛma wei nyinaa cover.
Wow.
Ɛno na yɛka bɔ mu a yɛbɛtumi anya what is called religion. In fact, there were about 4,000 to 10,000 religions in the world.
Wow.
But it move five, and the major religions are a war. Now, even out of the major religions, we have only two, and they are strong religions are a major strong religions. Yes, I was so.
All right. So you share 5 major religions, no. Now for you may zoom down to 2, and why the 2 and are prominent.
Yeah. So the 5 major religions, you know, you were the Christianity, you were Islam, you were Judaism, you were Buddhism, and even Hinduism.
Okay.
Ibinum keka ho rest and level Satanism crab baba mo here. I want for binuma and with this 21st century me share asori bi ada ma wuro mo ho ko a minim se hu
sure.
We say Satanism na
and well, okay.
Yes.
Nipa bi kohode, but those are not as it is. Kwampa nipa be fa so asom the deity, okay, in this wise Allah, which me call Alejana into how the young can want some anymore. So why with time Christianity and Islam and be dinim we are somewhere back or somewhere? Yes, so it's like this 5 religions around here kind cover 92% of the population. Okay. The other 8%, you know. This the whether Muslim or Christian or Hindus or whatever. Okay, so atheists,
the atheists and what do you call it? The other ones,
right?
Now, Islam no, any Christianity no, it gain roots in the world because of the facts. Because of the facts warm equality.
Okay.
So because of the factor of equality, now so we share Christianity and Islam. Nanka bibia no ekono pepepe. So the intina omo that kind of relationship. In fact, in the Quran, in Yamika say those who are closest to Muslims are Christians.
Okay.
Based on the faith that Christianity and the faith that Islam you see say there are common things are a womb. And they are the people are more searching for the truth because of the belief that articles are a war the religion.
Okay.
So the Christians have their articles, the Muslims have their articles, and all of them I'm teaching the articles in the sense that a nipa no want to me born try the articles no, then still be in Christianity or Islam.
Okay.
So based on that, the rules and the laws that the Muslims have, they respect them, or the Christian, the Muslim have, they respect the rules and laws very much, and therefore, because of that, they are gaining, and they've gotten the population. And in fact, the fastest growing religion in the world is Islam now.
Okay.
Yes.
Very well. So, yen to asoma pay maybe I shall say if we ni animu nkasa e kranti who say neno e besua de pipa we a Green Gold television. We say we television no free hon ma obetimi ahwan e what in time video no so Facebook page no back we Samatex Green Gold. Another page Green Gold FM/TV. The same channels no ye adwuma YouTube. Okay, Samatex Green Gold and then Green Gold FM/TV. Into baby I will show you can click, like and share, give us a message. Now you also perspectives about this particular topic of religious importance, how to promote religious dialogue, okay, amongst all of us as Kenyans. Na ne Sheikh Ahmed Opoku Nsia and Wahasi, or Islamic cleric, international preacher of his own standard, and afi the Bagana Hasea, the president of Iradani. Nti mo share pages no amai ewo Iradani page and afi bebia ye to biano. Keep sharing for us. We thank you very much. Say money Asian di enkomo. Na ye di nkomo afa said ye ebitimi ade religious dialogue aba ye koyen ye baba bedru sam pempen so no na etimi aboa. Na ye ka say religion, what are the benefits of religion to mankind?
Yes.
Nipa wo hono na say o gidie bi wo nyankopon bi mu a ana nyankopon mu in this wise in discussion centers on God, Jehovah or Allah. What are the benefits of serving God?
Yeah, so the benefit is very numerous. So Rich, only say we are say aye yeba beto say eso ahata ho as anaso asase so se ho yebeto nnua yebeto bibia ye nananum a ye ka ho asem nyina wo mo beto sa niema no nyina no. So the question is, why na this niema no buy, and what was the purpose sa nipa no this niema no nyina buy? So you realize that ebeye bibinti ena saa niema we nyina ye hu no amba na saa bi so ebia nature ena the banana nature, who created nature? What we say, so then you ask a lot of questions.
You're right.
So the belief, and they say, which I believe both these two major religions, Christians and Muslims, and have the belief say when you acquire bo a sorrow any assassin any munyamanyina or bo nipano, he has a purpose. And so the purpose is to worship him. In the Quran, Yankopon Eka say, Wama halaktul jinna wal insa illa liyabuduni. Was I have not created jinns and mankind except that they should worship me. So that is it. And I know the Christianity say, so on them channel is they also have a purpose that God created us to worship him. You understand?
Sure.
And in the worship, and that is where religions come in to have the benefits of the worship. So I didn't worship, I believe in faith. And all that long life, either you are short life, but you are blessings and all these things, and you believe, say, as also Nyankopono, Yankopon bless you with all these things. So what we have, what we call the sexual identity and community. So religion, I identify and say this religion, you're Muslim, you're Christians, and my social identity and community. Am I a community? Am I a social identity? In fact, I went to the magazine to repair my car. I saw that the fitter were a Muslim.
Okay.
And he realized, oh, you're one of the Muslims, clerics or whatever. Until I didn't obe charge me. Now, in fact, the way I see think is obe charge me heavily. Or charge and I'm so want to cry. As much as me so say you Muslim. So what me feel say me nyano mintuya.
So I know the bond be ababeto one in term.
Exactly.
He's there as a professional. He's doing his job.
Exactly.
Wahaba, I was say based on his prices, the pedigree, and the prices,
Yes.
And also the yejuma.
Yes.
Now he's bending the rules, because of religion. As in fact,
yes.
a war religion.
Yes.
So, and they say, if you are to be a dear, and now who hear the before behold, now who jina or sumoa or new woman, ni jidia or new woman intino, or the adeno echo and ample or tesoma or sebeya, will be to me and ya aharo kakra adeno.
So, enunti a creative separative community network. What I say, it will be rabbi me could do Arabia say sorry the same church, the same you can enter there. They see you as the same human being, blood flowing and other things. No discrimination, no other those things.
Sure.
What I say, and a sort of benefit who you be a office say we Christian what do crew so we Christian they worshiping or we convention you all these things we need a lot of benefit link network ni nyina no e ade a boa development of human being.
So religion boa my nya social
networking religion moral framework.
Okay,
what I said and sublime. You see guidelines, guidance. You understand? So moral network, Mr. Moral network, moral
fiber or framework.
What I say, it means say you're tuning nipa no. I mean say no, and say o twese kan a wo wunua e bone.
Okay.
And then ubia obey san. There are laws and regulations, rules and regulations or promulgations. I asset. Every religion has a rules and promulgations.
Sure.
I asset. Even worthy punishment. If you don't even get it here in this world, there is a belief that in the hereafter, we give you the punishment. So all these fears, you know, you put you into people, no. Bois regulate, Emma, your friend is a bonnet, so say those things in any no more. And culture say can and can no. So yes.
So all these laws no cry near juma in modern governance no have the religion from religion.
Yes, the root are from religion.
Okay.
What I say. Then we have what we call you have a meaning and purpose. One can say nipa wabasa siso who meaning and who purpose. You know, say this is what I mean. This is my purpose. You understand? And the purpose, you know, you got to go with the purpose. Why you were created to say to worship God, to improve yourself, to live well. All these things are part of religion. And until there is a comfort and hope. So so many you have who feel say nyame obo wo no the intel by no what I say someone because he have a lot of promises for you. And you have hope to meet those promises, a part of Nyamesom. So it's now we are say on some Nyame, only hope here, only say, if we are Sanana, Wababetna, and he say, a do time at a TV one abrabum, I woke woman in only say, we need hope, GDB or baby in the end, and we need baby or Ubicrass who we are some BBN obium, tis any panel, or yet will be our some religion. Also, and there was social control and stability. Nina motivation and social change. A part of benefit yenya a free. The key benefit and it's a unyame obo at the bas as suhano. One or purpose into your body, and who fulfill the purpose of unyankopon. One of the greatest in fulfilling the purpose of God. To say there, oh, hope, GDB will say. Say ekobane say ufri asase so akura na nyankopon beju is one of the greatest benefits that ufri say unya no religion.
Wow. You adi sua no paper na megiri say baby a aircon no udi oni edi akire ye pa ka so we Green Gold Television. Okay, we also via Facebook at Summertex Green Gold or Green Gold FM/TV. Also on YouTube, Summertex Green Gold or Green Gold FM/TV. Just like the page and share it for us. Now, and Sheikh Ahmed Opoku-Nsia, the Islamic cleric, okay, and preacher. Now, or president of Iradani, Ghana, and you 18 Komoi. Now, you bet to us, but you share Iradani, Ghana. What exactly do we mean by Iradani, Ghana, and Moyedeng?
So Iradani is Islamic Research and Dawa Network International. So the propagate research. Oh, say research. Near making sure say implement the research that we do. Sometimes we get to the youth, do research, what they need, and we provide talent that we need to educate the youth. Ningina a part of Islamic Research and Dawa Network International. So we educate, we make sure yes resolve conflict. You make sure there are peaceful living among the people in the community. And I say, you making sure say there's peace in the community. So yeah, research now problem no. You won't say, this is the problem this community have. You do research, and then we bring out the solution.
Okay.
So say what you to more, say what for more, say what education, whatever we have to do to make sure we research to find out the problem, and then we come out with the solution. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your exploits so far. Mudi Jumano Wahefa, specific community Spain, and Iradani Ghana Aku.
We are called so many communities. Just last 2 weeks now, you Kumasi. A lot of a dialogue like what we were doing as we are doing now. Yeah, a lot of dialogue. You making sure say you bring attention to the community. Now, friends, in terms of religious peace. So yes, no. At the same time, in terms of so a lot of things. We made infrastructures, we send boreholes to communities, we send mosques to the communities, we send schools to the community, computers to the communities, and then in the Western Ashanti and some parts in the Western North. All these things, Nema, research, we said no, community will like we, then we also link people to assist. And we are doing a lot of, what we are doing now is to, the youth, try say, or more talented, bringing them out. So we are putting a structure, you be training the youth, so that we bring the youth talents out, so that they can achieve their purpose. So these are all things that you will show,
Okay. Nti yento aso fa emao yeguso ewo Gringold TV so and now pay Gringold in the morning and yede ebra wo sronkwen and sheka medo pokunsia and I just say AD Jumaya or Chrechere as a president of Iradani Ghana. We are looking at how we can promote religious dialogue, okay, amongst us as a people or as a country and possibly as countries of the world, right? Sebeya global peace and sustenance no yensa ebetumi aka na no na kyese edisa enkomadi shake yenhwe ne say obi hwe na or share the similarities sort of between Christianity and Islam. Your focus will be on Islam, so tell us what makes Islam different from other religions.
Okay, so let's talk about the similarities that we are talking about between Christian and Muslim. Then we talk about the difference. Now, the similarities, say one. The Christians, the Muslims, you believe say nyame ewo.
Okay.
We believe in God. So Christian jitum say onyame wo. Kramuni jitum say onyame wo. What I say? And one. And two, Christoni ejitum say adifo anyankopon so ma there are prophets. The Muslims believe that there are prophets. We have pillars of Islam. We have pillars of Christianity. Christianity also have pillars. And now the Muslims believe life after death. Iwuachi no atemu wo ho.
Okay.
Sanso na nkramofo nso jitu mu se uwuachi no atemu wo ho.
The Christopher so jiti sa.
Yes, Christopher jiti se uwuachi na atemu wo ho. Kristoni bi oye kristoni mapabia no. Ono onka se onipa wu awu ntimami wu nkotram bi onim se atemu wo ho. Atemu da. Enu nti na ya na ede to nyum atemu da ebe yedwe. You are aware of that. So I understand. And now Christians and Muslims, the similarities in here emphasize on moral and good deeds.
Okay.
So these are all similarities. Social justice and equity. Ningina ye friend is saying say ye bit no kudie ningina no a part of the similarities Muslims and Christians. Now when you come to the differences, you see religion by every yana na Adam so na religion appear. What I say? na ade baako a edi difference no eba no on say religion every Adam the time of to them Nyankopon bo bibia wie ya obo enipa desani a oka say, and that is where the laws even started. Oka say wo mu nyina koto Quran chapter 2 verse 35 wo mu nyina including asura abofo satab na Satan friend Iblis na oka what did ho akɔhye asura abofo dum. He wasn't a prophet, he wasn't an angel. But otude manyankobo kan say osjudo le Adam o say Adam mu nyina mo koto Adam na Satan wanye, so he disobeyed, and woman nyina obeyed what I say. So obeying God is sort of worship, and it become part of religion, what I say. Enti the American say the differences e by one. So Islam say there is only one God. The rest are prophets. There is only one God. The rest are prophets, including Jesus Christ. But we have Christianity that comes in to say there is a Trinity. What I say? There's a Trinity. Nyame Oba, Nyame Agya, Nyame Oba, Nyame Honkonko. All of them are one God. What I say? So we say that God has no son. What is it? Because he has no wife, he has no son. And the word son now, Hebrew ni use here, and as Aramaic, ni use here. And yet the word that woman use when they say the Son of God, obi a way morally upright, obi a way spiritually engulfed. Wadona woman a friend say Nyankopon ba. What is it? So your friend Beni Elohim. So that is what they say. The Nyame ba ni say Beni Elohim. That Beni Elohim no translates means say obi a way morally
trained.
Of course.
Okay.
It will be bia, including Sarich Saudu Huma Nyamea, you become Nyameba. We don't take it, it's being Nyameba, no, that has been translated. I don't know what I say.
To mean, say, be a specific individual be.
Yes.
As
or a biological son of God. You understand? So, yeah, biological sons of our fathers and whatever. Right. You can be biological son of God. God has not given birth to a. I don't know.
We are creatures,
of course,
of God.
Yeah. So when that one is out from there, the similarity hold. But Sebekubom Trinity now one. I don't know. Similarities, and to me, and now differences are bum.
Okay.
What I say. So one of the major differences are a war. Friends, the Muslims and Christians, that believe in oneness of God.
Okay.
It's one of them. Okay. A difference between. Number two, we have a choir, a faso, a worship.
Okay.
So your praises and worship. The Muslim believe that they worship.
Okay.
And then at the normal time they praise.
Okay.
But Yehunu say all the thing that goes on, the praises in Christianity, the praises more.
Okay.
Because we hear the sort of Christ came. The kind of fast so esumuni yankopon bibi here na okọ bum kotodwe na odinti abo no asu afre Abraham did it, Moses did it, all of them did it. Omdo muti ebu ho no ebu kotodwe said the Muslim for year no we saw say Christians are not doing that, and that is a form of worship all the prophets came to do.
Okay, so all the prophets came to do. So
these are some of the differences.
Christians are not doing that.
Of course.
But the Christianity no fan so by the far by no.
Yes.
Oh, kasa no de no way.
Of course.
No above.
Yes.
Now who when I would anyway.
Oh, so what kind Matthew chapter 26 verse 36 wohodomo say Christ. Oh, and the common omo obi adidi agro.
Say Christ the mum above.
Yes.
Sana mo kan mote ase ana mo kire.
Oh, that is how it is.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. You can read from the Bible.
So,
oh, yes, sir.
Matthew
26:36. I say, so once you are searching, because so, na yeah, kasa. You see, there were a lot. Christian. And yes, sir. No, yeah, pepe. In the Quran chapter 2 verse 136. Mbacha webia obetumaka.
Okay, we cried on my biblical commentary sort of. I say it's a biblical verse that describes actions before his crucifixion. Okay, that's Jesus. According to the verse, Jesus went with his disciples to a place called Gethsemane and instructed them to sit here while I go over there and pray. It is believed the moment marks a significant point in Jesus' journey as he prepares to face the crucifixion and expresses his deep sorrow and distress to God. Now I'm going to look for the correct quotation, quotation straight away from my Bible on phone to the Twaso.
Yeah, so no, it do baby or quiet. It's not even one place. Baby and a back. When you want to get closer to God, what I say, it is believed say what the woman no a buffer more. Say the Abraham, Moses, no woman, then you are closer to God. Okay. It is a idea so serious. Open or bread boma and then a man for subi a pay other beings, So rich, when you are pure, one casano ya wakuma mu pure when intention where you come na what do umoma buffer now what can was some chill to their boy you are straight away is good to be answered.
Okay, without necessarily going to places and
exactly. Yeah, pray all the time, but if you yourself, something I'm in a bow, I don't catch you say, we nipa ebonia any, we are bonia, na usufre na was so bad. Obeti, I didn't know Janino. The time our modi is to bow na what who say a drew. Yeah, was say, I will watch a cremu cool was a Montana na men kobo mpaye. What I say. So this is a critical moment of Christ's life. In the empire, look at what he was doing. At the critical moment, there's going to be a problem.
So then let's look at it. Then Jesus, we share 36, right? Okay. 26, 36.
Yeah, 36.
Okay, so let me... Baby, I will say the Tibo feminine. No, my boy feminine person me who exactly says Anna. A tear a honoma. So you quoted Matthew 26, verse 36. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he told his disciples, "Sit down here while I go over yonder and pray." Until then and pray no. And I'm say what did the man and talking with him, Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, he began to show grief and distress of mind and was deeply depressed. Okay, then he said to them, "My soul is very sad and deeply grieved, so that I am almost dying of sorrow. Stay here and keep awake and keep watch with me."
Good.
He didn't and going a little further, he threw himself upon the ground on his face and prayed, saying, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass away from me. Nevertheless, not what I will, not I will, okay, but as you will and desire." Okay.
It will consider therefore we are this a critical moment.
Oh, okay. So you interpreting is on the face more from
not only one place, there are a lot of places by which
very well. But so they say that's okay. So well. Until then we be going say na Christopher no mumunye omon kwa soro na omon fa moti emmo from. So
you see, and I make us say a free.
You know, Oma deviated from the real act of one found anana.
The American say a free tete. Ye wo onyame ba ko pena na ye wo. Abraham no ye Abraham ba ko pena. Moses ni ye Moses ba ko pena, nye Moses bibre.
Okay.
Jesus no mpo ne ye wo mu be three. Ye wo three Jesuses in the Bible. The one Jesus no Mary ba no Matthew chapter 1 verse 18. Then we have another Jesus, a friend of by Jesus. Okay. And also Acts chapter 13 verse 6.
Sure.
And Sunday you wore Jesus of Jesus. And Colossians chapter 4 verse 32. Okay. Jesus. I know there were 3 Jesus. Sometimes you ask them which of the Jesus are you talking about?
And the real Jesus, the real Son of God. So there's no me in the past.
But the Son of Mary, no, it's not mentioned anywhere. Say the Son of God, like Christ.
Very well.
So say I'm the Son of Mary.
All right.
So if that is what we are talking about there, then he's the one that prostrated.
Oh,
okay. If he, Quran chapter 2 verse 106 says, "What say? Kul amana billahi." That say everybody say that they believe in God. Wama unzila Elena, what has been sent to us by Allah. Wama unzila ala Ibrahim. So a Muslim should believe in Abraham, Jacob. You understand? And Moses and Jesus. Oh, we say the Quran, no? Quran chapter 2 verse 136. It's susa. Enti the omubaba ye no. What I say, if Christians you have believe in what Abraham came to do, don't go and insult him. What Moses came to do, don't go and insult him. What Jesus came to do. And so woman you know what quite be so fire. Let's sit down and retreat. What I say, and see say woman by no. What I say, a quite bena or mobile fast or titiatimpono. Anything. So now you get people who will say self fancy say the New Testament the year to baby. Let's go to the New Testament. The New Testament so no boy no the Christ baba ye or baba kan no so and say year to baby. Then they go and pick the Paul the no kwa near the year juma. Edu baby a we say Paul the no so no edu baby a na waka say no waka say one na then they become confused. What you say? Then they become confused. Enti no say religion is straightforward. Enti na oba Islam no contradictions are on any osa. But when you come to the Bible, you get a lot of contradictions. A womb. As you see, and they did themselves about 50,000 churches. You can go more than 50,000 churches that they have. We are on a dogma and this thing. But even if you have Islam, say a year, your divisions are the faith is one. What I say. We do 5 times the prayers. Ubi a cramoni be anyone more or baby. Or no, I saw or 10 times the prayers. It's okay, the divisions I can in ano. Nyajuma Papa or Islam.
Okay. Right. Enti unku so share Green Gold TV. I don't pay discussion na the 5 years so ho. Ye Sheikh Ahmed Fokunsia and actually say we want to see how best we can promote religious dialogue, okay, amongst ourselves. Now, ubi or Christianity, ubi or Buddhism, ubi or Islam, and all that. How do we merge? How do we blend? Me, if you back one, down here 7, Muslims say to me 4, Christopher to me 7. Is that possible? How do we promote peace in a home like that one?
Yeah, so in Islam, no, and Christianity, no. But when you come to Islam say la ikrah fi din. There's no compulsion in the religion. Okay. The deen said them cultural Islam called the religion as deen. Initially, it's laws. You know, the laws are the. If you're Muslim, you have to follow the laws of Allah. So there's no compulsion. That is why Islam, no, yamforce will be. Islam. So yeah, now when Muhammad say Bayasor no Anyasor no it's not true, never true anywhere. You understand? Islam no baffle from. What you say? Na say I new thing to the
well, sort of.
Kafir for na say
Kafir for no
those Bunia for.
Okay. Ubi oye Bunia ye na ni nso awurade enepa.
Osum bosom here and there. You understand? Okay. And you know what happens? They say was started the revelations in the banner the nyame akere ne say wonye na oya no ma attacking.
Okay.
What they are saying? So he has to defend. You understand? So you don't sit down for people to kill you. Likewise, say come de wa wo to me say come de yam. Say won transma come ekun. You have to go and find food to eat. So obi obetena say come be kunu na nye some unforeseen situation being, and I guess that person is, excuse me to say, is a fool. What they are saying. And you know, that's it. But you don't force anybody to come to Islam. That is why you want peaceful environment in Ghana here. Because unto force will be as a Christianity. And unto force will be. What we do is dialogue what we do like this. Sometimes we do debate, interreligious dialogue and here and there, but peaceful one. And for Bibiama said they are discussing. So in that sort of and one in Ghana you were Ubia one war Christians and one wagu Christosum were a Muslim.
Okay.
Being so Christopher now wagu Nkremosumu. What I say. So your family any of them, but we keep on discussing the differences. Ubia so be per se. That
is must say Christo a prophet. Who saw a prophet. 1 Timothy 3:16 say, I say, great indeed we confess is the mystery of godliness. He was manifested in the flesh, vindicated by the Spirit, okay, seen by angels, proclaimed among the nations, and believed on in the world and taking up in glory. How can you describe a personality, a person that the Bible describes, the stature and personality of this Jesus Christ as a prophet? Prophet, no more saying. Momote prophet.
Okay, so the same quotation there.
1 Timothy 3:20. 3:16. Yeah.
So Timothy, Krata Chokoma Timothy, and
Timothy, Paul Krata,
Timothy. The same thing that Paul Chokoma Timothy for year be
Timothy.
Chapter 2 verse 5. You can read it.
I know. Say.
Okay, make I know. Okay, the same thing I be Paul Ekoma was it for there is one God. Who can say was it wa ma Yesu?
Yeah, man, so in
short, I was it the same Timothy who I was it for there is one God and there is one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ. I feel was saying Sisudia so Onipaba Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, man can call Onipaba as God.
So he's
so
the
Paul
mediator.
I say Paul no. We say we be fan who because say makachira wa and
so he's the mediator between God and man. So he's no mean a prophet. I mean, then he's no mean a prophet.
Oh, but the prophet are mediators between God and man, my brother.
But he's no mean.
My brother, go and find the definition of a prophet. A prophet is a mediator between man and God.
That will be for another debate. Okay. So let's pray for good times and opportunities now.
Yeah, there is no way in the Bible, even Christ himself, Onangasa himself to say, God. Onangasa.
Now, what causes the denominations? Okay. Even in Islam, we have denominations. We have the Al-Sunnah and then the Shia, right? Why the denominations? Over Christianity, Kradia, when I say I just want to find out generally. Seeing I some Yankupon Baku, a Jinyankupon Baku DDR. Even if the faith will be different, as in Kwanya Faswa Jinedino, as a society near Christianity, a society near war Islam, okay, and the Tete Sampoa. Adentina, I say, Mchichemu, Ewoyemu, Ewo, Nipaba Kupa, and in quote, deity, God. Allah, Jehovah, aye jiniti no. Adentina nchichemu abayemu even in Islam.
Sir Rich, yamfa just the Christianity and Islam.
Yes.
Na omo krabata no de. Let's for the meantime put them aside.
Yeah.
You come to
sure. Those are denominationalism. So
yes.
We are not going there, but we just want to find out why the
the difference between Christians and Muslims. When we say you call the entire denomination, you call the similarities. We realize enke yajinya midi. What you say? Satam the free tete Bible no nyina no nyame ba ko pe ne nyina yegidi. Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 4. Or see here, O Israel, the Lord of God is one. Ye nyankopon ye ba ko pe. Isaiah chapter 54, Isaiah chapter 44. Isaiah chapter 55. Ni nyina kafa one God, one God, one God. Oh, awesome. And the Muslim believe in one God, the Christians also believe in one God. Inti the no wo when God keep on sending the prophets ni nyina no eba ni nyina no. Now for Christian side what happened was I said I was there before.
Okay.
Inti no I said a true Christ is so ebeba no. Now the Jews no, they don't want to believe say obi ebeba a friend is a Christ. I believe you up to now they never believe in him. What I say.
Right.
So they have to also do something that the obeba be ye bia no
and so they will write it off and condemn it in no uncertain terms.
It you know oba say that you know abewo ho.
Nti no ye out of their parochial interest sort of
what I say
to disbelieve Christ. Nti no they will just spoil everything he comes to do.
Into the prophecies now baba no what I say we prophets before a prophet baba bia no ye ma other prophets it no ho dance ya so the Jews refuse to say prophet bia any ho ma say who say Israel kasa na so de no ho into so by Islam about 124,000 prophets and then Yakopon send do na akwa Israel because of that so there ye find say wo so 125 and about Quran.
Okay.
Now so edidi mu an ka nyame ba ko peye wa ade asa be say asem no so Christianity eba you know there was no Christianity even Christianity the word Christianity no appear just once in the Bible Christianity
proper
Christianity no but we have Christians in the Bible,
sure.
The New Testament,
but the people that were following the Christ.
Yeah. Enti na obia nyame ba ko asem na me fa say ekoso na yi no what even though the Jews trying to adopt their tradition what they say but this the Christ by you know here and there ni nyina na nyame ba ko asem bi na ye ka ko and the people see Christ as just like Moses in the Bible. And the people who are you see Christ say no we are John normally we no trying to ask him a lot of questions. Say now we are wine so here and there so based on niema na all ye no what you say no na ebinuma mistook him say oh God.
Okay.
Fe atia Christ be ye na ebinuma fa na so we Nyankopon. So Rich, the next time you meet him there is no idea why is so different prophet be me they mistook him as God.
Okay, so then was it because the people at the time were, ignorant of all the other works of the prophets that you are talking about? In Tinema, we didn't be so much that people, regard him as God or God sent.
A projection. We are bana wonmu. What I say? Adam Quran equating na wono. It is Adam the nyame because Adam has no father.
Okay.
And mother. But Jesus has what mother. What I say. So it's the same thing that they equate no. But we have even a living being. Young huni papa and mommy. Why nya papa and my friend Melchizedek? He also came. So Christ now in Hebrews 7 no we say saying obviously the atoto Christ one. So a different thing. This should be the birth to be a different. And my say we nyankopon what does it?
Okay.
And the said some of
what do we have denominations?
Yeah.
What causes the denominations?
Yes. After the death of Christ, and not crying the back after the death of Christ. Now, Paul, then time now, yes, more Gentiles. He gathered the Gentiles. Our Act chapter 11, verse 25. When the first time we hear of Christianity.
Okay.
The divisions started from that time. The first time we hear of Christianity in the Bible. It will get our mona, woe to or more for a walk and some children, and also Mona, we shall be Mona Moya, the first shall be called the Christians.
Sure.
Out
of that,
meanwhile, the Christ by all sending disciples, so Mammon called the Gentiles one, but he went to the Gentiles and preaching them. The Christ told the disciples should not go to the Gentiles because he came purposely to the lordship of what Israel. What I say, Matthew. And what is happening is when you now buy Paul now after the death of Christ over 60 years. What I say, and now or starting say, well yes I propagate. I dear one me who because no time Christ one call who Christ that, but the one me who so be now was start take cancer answer no. Was start take cross answer no. In the Bible now Paul no the New Testament almost half of the
Sure.
The this and niema wo chro ye edu ba bia na so wo do no ani trim e na chro aka nyame asem ye nipa anka se trim. Also one of the key suspect or yeah problem.
So some were expression of personal opinion.
Exactly.
And not that of God.
Ti na nipa be fa na odi ne na sisu agina so. Na odi ye you what da bia hakura Paul. Oh say quotation ye quote you.
Sure.
Differences and Paul na na say why making Jesus abana be nyame. Ono akro ya na say ye wo nyame ba akope. Na nyame ntam gina ni no. Woni Christ Jesus Christ the man.
Because he was
the son of man.
Because he was to come and save man. And you know, he came in the form of man. And that was why he was got the
man. Free the coming in form of say nipa yemo na one na control we as that time machine. Na nyame won two and I see this.
So the controversy rages on.
So we will talk about.
We will be looking at that one as well as we get more opportunities.
And the team who are drew Athanasius mo.
Great one.
And omo de be form the Trinity no. E no na ma divisions in esa by because we are giving the Christians that don't believe in Trinity.
Yes, of course.
What I say. It is the moment the Trinity came in, Islam is out and other Christians are also out. Rome. What I say. Sir Pope. Now Pope Constantine.
Sure.
In 325
BC. AD rather.
And now womo be form sa de na womo be gi sa de ni tum.
Okay.
And womo the Trinity ne ba womo de the Son.
Right. So in modern terms, I didn't think denominations were. In modern terms, or you find Islam, I didn't think denominations were. Much too. So I also know back we count. You see, yes, some more the time freedom of expression of opinions and freedom of worship. No, they said the Christians no more trainee prophets, apostles, evangelists near there and ma more and co yourself and any uncle to our assembly petting tina mamo dear no they be an say Islam no any Islam. Okay, Islam no problem. But then Chichemuno to say Bianca Christianity your Pentecost, your apostolic, your others, your charismatism, your Pentecostalism near the no. Momoti any dear say Modi who share nipamu nipantimi chireno homu the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ekan kwa ena no kwana ntimo bi nko kan bi before mo bi nko chirena adwene ena ema hu be share nipamu anti Islam and in terms of denominations. But some people defied the us, no, and a ma womode binumi Islam ne asuna ne ho for buy. So the question is why the denominations even in Islam?
The denomination of Islam no dear. You were Bibiti say the spies, only a part of it.
Okay.
And you were your friend is saying and Conphobia, one the spies, no, but we've grouped them into so many things. You to me, a binimo or even there are some people who are even not Muslims. Umukushia Islam, no, trying to, dig into the Quran and make sure of the misinterpretation, read the Quran. So some of the divisions come from the understanding, the misinterpretation of the Quran. That is why the Quran, it is difficult to find a contradiction. The Quran is such that language in the Troy, you go and bring a different language to do the interpretation. You go back to the original language. Unlike the Bible now, my friend say,
okay.
And so when you are deviating, the original thing is there, and then the original language is there to interpret. You understand? And you call them Zionism, Zionists and Zionisms.
Okay.
It be correct to me, this guys who as a Muslim. Some other countries sponsored them to go and learn Arabic and league beers and thinking that he's a Muslim. Imams. Why they were not Muslims? Then say Kobana sa na then affirm they are trying to create confusion in Islam. But other than that, na Islam all that we know, no, and no troubles no within the Islam. It's just the interpretation, but the Quran is being guarded by the scholars for people not to interpret it very badly. What else? Anything I say, you need different versions of the
Quran, sort
the
of.
Quran.
Unlike Bible, now it was several versions.
You understand? But you say.
There were New International Version, Revised Standard Version,
no.
from the
we
old
don't
King
revise
James
the
Version,
Quran. The original
the New King James,
is
whatever.
there. You understand? So except that, when we have cophobia, phobia mensa now of course.
Phobia di mensem
of course.
Even di mensem.
Now, and they are some are also sponsored.
Okay.
They pay them. And whether he's a Muslim or no Muslim or no doesn't care. So obey this level to make sure say what you will be kokra na wakrana busuya to go and disturb do this stuff. Other than that, Islam, as we know, from the origin, is a peaceful religion. The book is one, the religion is one, the God is one, and everything is one.
Okay.
Into the Zionists and Zionism, and aspires, or me a part of it. What is and now some of the people trying to misinterpret the verses, because Quran as it is, commit everything into the head.
Okay.
And then you say Quran, we have somebody who can produce everything with the meaning in Arabic, everything, even translate it back to the what I say. And you can say who tries to obey Biblia for Quran and no a year. People will not just accept you. And then we have the hadith. The hadith we have the da'if one. Those are
okay, so the hadith is just the written opinions of people after reading the original.
No. Hadith is the sayings and doings of the prophet.
Okay, the sayings and doings of the prophet.
And some of the hadiths do add meanings to the Quranic verses. If you are near, but say Salaya to them in the Quran, and train the number of times that we should pray.
Okay.
What I say.
Okay.
But the hadith came to give the explanation. He said, when this time pray, when this time to 5.
All right.
The Quran just mentioned 5 times daily prayers.
Okay, with no specifics.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
These are the things. But when you come to the Christianity, way no more Constantine, no more by no more setting the Trinity in the Bible. Then if we say some people as at now believe say Christ is not God. Your Christianity.
Yeah, sure. Binum jisadi.
And the binum so feel say Christ is God. Binum so feel say Jesus has not, if it's not even the Son of God, but he's a messenger of God, a prophet, one of the great, like a.
So who did this say? It didn't matter denominationalism, no bad Christianity. Was it because to me my early founders of the church, to me in such a way that you don't interpret the Bible to suit your understanding or belief?
It's one of the things. The compilation of the Bible was a problem for them.
Okay.
And some of the things be brave and at the name be a home said they brought them into book. As a movie Bible no na and say me okra na wo kan ya na ehu ankasa as obi na said aye bibidia tum basa what I say. So it was the the authenticity of the book itself and the creative problem.
Okay.
When the compilation.
Okay.
Until
baby and I may channel was because Islamic religion, Islam book now. People did not get the chance to, as it is, take hold of it easily. And then they also not get the chance to, as it is, interpret it so much. But Christianity varying opinions. Sure. King James, of course, King James.
What is now?
The Queen certifying say.
So the you understand? So there are a whole lot of things are a womb. Ma nyam somono ubia hu so read Bible na who say no me faha. What I say, even prophecy, the way prophecy is done, ubia interpreting so different. All the Muslims are doing prophecy.
And some Moses say prophet namu no.
What is it?
Prophet namu no kon na Moses say more prophets.
Na prophet
Muslim are sorry say akwa sorry them pa director one will be or a shake them or stars away. Now you see prophecy aba. Na ya tonsa free prophet be no abegina ho no say o shem koma kire.
Miracles na omoyen bibrebe no and some of the healings been sometimes you know womo pen near money be cry free gramophone to go and do it like Zanzam say obi say Jordan show if I Jordan even show go find Jordan show no if you see the whole thing. You see, when it come to those things, gramophone a bit to me because
but why I don't know
because share say no why are they be a friend or what do you call it Rukia so say a body them honey but Rukia to her and I'll be home of war umututu ahwe ha you understand you nyam fine ye
wow.
And then, yes, we go in to solve a problem when it's needed.
Okay.
What I say, na say, oh, fee, na say, oh, sebi, you be on spiritual issue be on. Oh, my country, and I say, be on fire.
Islamic prophet, no.
What I say,
but say Islamic prophet, no. What's I got now? What you know? Say, maybe who is it? Be happy. Near dear, say me, you be a buy. I saw them Islam.
Christ never just be going to people to listen. People come to him.
People came to him. So more prophets. Christian, Muslim more prophets. After Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
wasallam. For the pious people are. Na omo bought tennis a bomb pay mawa at once wa. Then we don't show off. Muslims, we have all these things.
So why are you not propagating all these?
And yet,
they are so pious. They are righteous as in piosity.
Islam is not a show off.
Chance.
Islam is not a show off religion.
Show off.
Why you can see them what the Nazi or the Nazi oh yeah, haram bam Suzuki Maracuda Bedi Pele. A divya bobo on way. A baby has nothing. Bibi him. Nano me share a TikTok too. Or more a magician. What I say. Obi to me cry nipa descend no atam sika na o twa na dan body. What I say. Na or a prophet na. Na was bringing the person back.
Magic. But we are talking about religion.
Muslims don't worship what they call miracles. We understand. That is what Muslims don't worship. All the miracles that Prophet Muhammad came to, there a lot. Minim the miracles are. Prophet Muhammad did not come. So we don't worship miracles. Anything na oba Christian miracles no among for pebibi antentem or miracles.
Yes, we make crucifixion so
exactly. Anything na bibre na kofa professor way.
Okay.
Voila.
Okay.
To do their things, you know.
So people are not sharing the word proper.
Exactly.
Okay. So my point is, I don't know as Muslims, no. Now we live for we visit various branches of your mosques with the word. So they will be a Christian for a so when the Prophet Richmond was or the Apostolic Word Ministries were back. So what they say Oba Abia the Apostolic Church Ghana was some boy announcement here to Safra Solomon. Oh, a baswa miracles to see. You say Yankupa Sam Yankupa Dan and Wadi. Now I'm more than Mumma while you for Islam while you now or ideas and one mosque.
Previously, no, now we have those who are loose. Now, we have a Sangwa mosque, no meaning baby a mosque. But they are pious people, Yami bringing them. What I said.
And she says,
we have you can even when you come to Islam and now we are like Udim Rasul now Sum Yami whatever you tell Allah to come through. Because the issue is that we have people who are even do Rukia. Rukia now more yen. You have to understand. I don't know the day Esa Yaredum Bibria, Omon Fama out.
Okay, so finally, what's your final point
Sheikh
about?
Abdul Salam or Rukia? What I say? There are sort of sicknesses are spiritual sicknesses are.
Sir,
we you feel a man for honor. What I say? What I say?
I don't know me.
But those who go there,
they see.
Those who are sick. You are not sick. If you are sick, you will see.
Global TV and Uguzu Eshe Yedi Ebawi and Penny. She got me to propose that. She go final words about this issue of religion, denominationalism, and how to promote religious dialogue amongst us as Ghanaians.
Yes, so religion very important. all of us are going to die. We were brought here for a purpose. Bibi nti na Nyankopɔn de bae. So obi tena wiase na so won de won som nyame kora na dwuma na de we bibi hia na bosom we a ebedu baby obe lack a lot of things. By the time he realizes no, now he or she realizes now he too late for he or her. Religion is one of the things that the new laws mra. You can't be a Muslim who need the promulgation of Islam, so who need Islamic law. No. And you can't be a Christian, bro, who need Christian. And all the laws geared towards humanity. Because any part was asisua, any part near Bessom no, and yen Yankopon. Okay. Because Ubina Obabuano, Ubina said Ubacas and Patchen, Ubina Bachelor, Ubina. The fairness obey. The rest is say Yameso Diano, Yade, Yameno, Nini Diani to me, Yono, at the manor. We don't worship any being, any deity. What I say, young summa body be a nemono, Yabesum, or Yamena, or boss of the assassin. And no makes give us hope in this world and the hereafter. And I say, when you say, Senate Biano, accountability, a part of the Intina Islam. Hunu say we are seeing nipa bia no de wo bia na yetro. You have a book what is a sure before me no be edu they are doing everything say the camera ya it is a video they have the proper camera to video. Sure. In the day of judgment, that's accountability day, no, all these records are going to be presented for a judgment. Intino nipa was asisu a year religion na ye sum Nyankopon enye say umini adwuma bia ye anase umini nemo no de meka ne nyina ne say religion it is a war religion bia wo fi say bia ya wo ye nipa nyame am wani wa ma aso wa ma bibia wa ma knowledge research about it na nkotena ba bia ma obia no emfa efense onye de opebia research wonti ase ya kobusa ne tietie ba bia wo do na kwakotie because enema no so ayabam pollution abam religion no so no ayabam nyama bibre abam pollution ena amanfo bi no pe wo interest o de wura religion mu no ma shada de nyama bibre abekeka ka ho ni ase ni pa adwene tu ni really nyama bibre therefore no de ye kan say wankasa no wonso nyame am wadwene nti for wadwene ye adwuma for wadwene ye adwuma na research le busa mpanyimfo wo mo nimu no it will give you the proper direction. Anya sa dia obetina honum sa na obi so kura so ye religion ono kura no west because se bi ditrimo odene we wudini we monatuni niema no bibre what I say na so religion no one ni emra no so nso akoye in vain you have only a name say oh your religion but the religion is not applicable to you.
Right, anopay yebeda Sheikh Ahmed Opokunsia, Islamic cleric, an international preacher of a class. Now, or president of Iradani, Ghana, say bedana say so ababeke humaya share how to promote religious dialogue. Modern say o GDA baje GD fufuro so etum na obaje osom fufuro so atum na etimi aboa ama yenyina yatena sonduemu ewo ba bia ewo yemai Ghana yimu ene ewiase ba bia yebekwa akodi bia medo asepa say wahwe wo Greengold TV so na wo share wo Facebook ene YouTube so eka ho mo ye share ya mo send the call other pages Radani Ghana page and other notable pages